All right, so it's Monday morning. Ace Hardware was open, so I went and got the new carriage bolts. So I took this all the way apart. The carriage bolts come from the back side, so they're kind of captive in here, so I had to pull these bolts off. So we're gonna go out to the trailer, get this put back on, so that way it's ready to go. And I'm gonna have to make a pit stop, Mike, a secret pit stop. It's secret right in this second, but we're gonna show people where the secret is.
It's a very mischievous smile you got.
Mike, I've been holding out for a long time, and I think there's some weakness happening, so I gotta go. We gotta do something. So let's roll out there and get this put on, and we'll go to the secret location. Here we are. Tallest unit in the yard. Yeah, this should be relatively quick. Very exciting, Mike.
Yeah, this is.
I'm excited for what's next, Mike.
Yeah, this makes it all worth it here.
Yeah. Yes, it does. All right, so there we go. Okay. I'm just gonna change out the carriage bolts. Yeah. I'm sure because there's a lot of stress on them, especially the top one. Yeah, because typically this channel isn't so tall on a trailer, but because it's aluminum, they made the channel real tall. So WaySafe, who makes this weight distribution hitch, they don't make, it's typically this long. So what I did is I bridged it together with another piece of this. Got another one of these, bridged this all together, got another piece of this, their U channel with the bolts through it, and just lengthened it so it would reach around this. So
typically it's just one piece. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't have to span this big channel. But, you know, we're a little more custom here, Mike. You know? You gotta take care of business. The other thing too is I could try to find some grade 8 carriage bolts instead of these grade 5s. But I mean, it's lasted 1,000, we've probably towed this thing, and I'm not gonna exaggerate, I think probably 10,000 miles.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been good. And mostly it's towed loaded. Very little towing it empty, which means that I have these really tight because you preload them quite a bit, and the more weight you have in the trailer, the more you preload them. So that's good. We're good. That was it. Maybe the newer model, Mike, but yeah, when he starts traveling the country, meeting his people, you know, when he gets rich and famous, you know, he can get a tour bus, have a tour bus driver, and then, you know, he can tour around and meet the people, you know. He is a celebrity, big celebrity status. It's getting there, Mike. Just, you know, just you wait. You know, he'll have onboard chef.
Oh yeah.
You know, he'll have to tow a trailer that has all his Rogue fitness equipment in the back, his mountain bike.
Yeah.
That way he can, you know, do everything he needs to do on the road.
Yep.
And
He's
just
got to be comfortable.
see the people. He needs to be comfortable. Comfort and big, you know, big TV, nice comfy couch. You know, for the long trips. And then he can go meet his people. You know, be a lot easier than flying. You know, just have his driver pick him up in his bus. He can take a nap in the back while he's being driven to his areas where he needs to go. You know. Bet you he'd like that idea. And he'd have the bus take him up here to Helen. And then some of the buses have a, underneath the bus, you can pull out, and it's like one of those slingshots or whatever. You know, little pieces that I don't like them, but then he could just have that come out and then take that up to the Helen house.
Yeah, be a good experience.
Mm-hmm. The key is to have an entourage, though, so you've got chase vehicles, that's your chef, and your, you know, lady that cleans your bus, all that, so you can just do whatever you need to do and not worry about the...
Yeah, because he's always complaining about the Ford. It's not quite up to his comfort standard.
Yeah, he has to sit in the back seat here. I'm trying to think where I need to go first, Mike.
Like, where are we headed?
Very special place, Mike. Very special place. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I know what I want to do. And I've been so good for so long. You know, I mean, it's not going to send me off the deep end or anything. I just need to make a little pit stop and stop suffering.
I think we know what you're talking about.
You think so? I think it could be right up here, just short distance, Mike. Now, if what I'm seeking is not available, then it wasn't meant to be.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
If it's there, then it was meant to be. And Mike, I think it might be closed. Mike, are they closed on Mondays?
I think so.
Mike, Mondays and Tuesdays, I think. Mike, see? Oh, it's open. It says open. No, what's that? No, that's not lit up, is it, Mike? Mike, there's some disappointment happening right now. Wait, what? I think it's Monday, Tuesday closed, which means Wednesday before we leave. Let me double check. Oh, they're open on Tuesday.
Nice.
So that's tomorrow. We'll be making a return trip tomorrow. Mike, accepting applications. Now, if I could get Maureen to convert to being Amish and then get a job here, I could get free or discounted cinnamon rolls.
Well, she would just make them at home.
Yeah, she could take the recipe home, make them home. Yeah, it's good. All right, well, let's go. That sucks. Well, tomorrow.
You know what? You did say it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be today. And then if tomorrow is a day that I feel like I don't need to do it, then it won't happen, but I think it might happen. All right.
Well, we can have
Okay,
to get coffee.
Yeah, we have to go to Ace Hardware too. I've got to get some screws for the deck. Some of the deck boards have popped up, so I've got to get some trim screws for that. So we got what we need. Got our multi-material deck screws. They can go into wood, concrete, or metal. And since we're going into a metal substrate, they'll work perfectly. And I got my little touch-up paint to touch up the screw heads so they kind of match the deck. About a 3.5 pound organic chicken, Mike. Gonna do some rotisserie. Remember the last time we did it and the legs were flopping? Those of you that saw that video, it was pretty funny. It was turning, the legs were just flopping around. So now I bought butcher string so we can tie everything up nice and tidy. It actually worked out that none of the legs fell off. So inside I've got onions and garlic, a couple of bay leaves, some rosemary, some lemon pepper, and on the exterior I rubbed it down with olive oil and then lemon pepper, rosemary. I'm going to put a little salt on there too, but I haven't done it yet. I'll do that right before I put it on there on the old rotisserie.
On the exterior, Mike.
On the exterior, on the exterior of the carcass. Talking about it like it's a car. Let me get a little bit of salt. Okay. I think this is going to be better than last time.
You think so?
Well, I don't know about taste-wise, but it's not going to be flopping around. So we first impale the bird. There it is. Okay. Get this one and squeeze them together. Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be pretty good. She's nice and tidy. We lost a piece of onion. So now I got to go grab his meat thermometers to see if I can get him charged. Okay, we're all set. Get her set up here in her little deathbed here. There we go. Now we hit the old rotisserie button. There we go. I'm making myself lunch.
Getting stretched out. 2 o'clock.
Okay. So we'll do this while it's cooking. I'll get the deck, start working on the deck.
All right, so you guys have seen the chaos, in the vlogs. So you've been watching the vlogs of the house, the chaos of the wiring, and how much of a disaster it was. Me trying to find something, Dane and I kind of putting together and wiring it up. And Dane and I talked about doing a patch panel, and so in the vlog, a couple months ago, I said, "Hey, can anybody like help me do this?" And so James reached out and said, "Hey, I think I can make this look like what you want it to look like. This is it." And so we have blue. So this is our main, right? This is our main thing. And then we have yellow. Yellow was for HDMI over Ethernet. Is what they ran it for the house. We're only using one of these. So we're using a few of these, one of these, none of these, none of these. But now it's terminated and set up. So we call this what, a patch panel. So it's set up and terminated in a patch panel, so that way, and then we're going to print these out and have it all labeled. Every wire is also labeled. Every speaker wire is labeled. So now, that way now, if I add a room, like when I did the racing sim, it took me an hour to find the wire, and then to another hour to untangle the wire, and then another hour to put all the wires back up in the ceiling there. And so now we have a terminated complete solution. James has one more of the speaker wire connections coming, so we can finish up and terminate the rest of the speaker wire. All that wire we're not actually using yet, but for future proofing, we may be able to use it. So actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So using 9 of the roughly 100 Ethernet connections in the house. But now it's done, ready, and clean. And so when we take the unit, we can push it back in place. He left enough whip so we could get it all the way out. And so now our what do we call this? Our rack will be stored back in position. So if you look at it from the front, now it looks like a real data center. This is exactly what I'd hoped it would look like at the end. And so what we have in here is cable modem from the local cable provider. We have the edge router from Ubiquiti, our unmanaged switch, and then subwoofer amplifier, which is upstairs in the family room. So this is for the DefTech subs. This is our HDMI Ethernet converted to HDMI, or so we convert HDMI to Ethernet, run Ethernet down, and then Ethernet to HDMI for the audio for the surround sound system up in the home theater, family room theater. And ET778. This is the CI580, which is the basically Blue Sound nodes. I have an extra Blue Sound node for the 5th zone. And then we have the 3 different amplifiers for powering the speakers, and then a big APC battery backup. Now it looks like a proper OG spec room. And then we have the main repeater for the Lutron Radio Raw. This is the original Radio Raw system here in the house. Piece of cake, right? It only took them, 3 days solid? 3 8-hour days worth of patching?
Yeah, a lot of time on a ladder.
Yeah.
Sore fingertips from terminating all that. But.
Yeah, so it's 3 8-hour days into making it look like that. But thanks, man. This is exactly what I hoped it would look like. And now I know what everything's going to be. And we're also going to have a binder. Mm-hmm. Yep. So the binder we'll have sitting here on one of the shelves, so that way I could always look up, okay, what's number 24, what's blue 21, what room does that go to? And then we'll leave the tools. I have tools here that we bought, and so the tools will be here that I have in the cabinet, that because a lot of the rooms aren't terminated, in the house, and so if we added something, the new access point or something like that, we'll know exactly where it is, run, and James doesn't use zip ties, all Velcro. So I can un-Velcro, put the wire in, re-Velcro, and make everything look pretty. I love it. Absolutely love it. So now I know what I want when I build the house. We'll set it up like this in my utility room. So that's a wrap on the data part of this house. A lot of other projects to work on, but it's coming together nicely.
All right, so we're on the back deck. So this Ipe wood, it's wonderful. The way they installed it, they blind screwed it. So basically you've got this steel structure, then there's some basically angled bars that go across. And what they did was you can see that's a far drop, dude. That's like 20 feet at least from where I'd have to put an extension ladder and then somehow lean it up against the house and try to screw through. They probably did it with scaffold. So anyway, it's screwed through that angled into the bottom sides of the boards. Well, a lot of them have pulled loose, so it's a tripping hazard. I guess some little kid scraped his foot on it while they were standing here. So I'm gonna attempt to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use these screws. These are called a one material, so they'll work in metal, concrete, and wood. So I'm going to pre-drill, countersink, and attempt to screw these into that angle. And then I bought some touch-up paint that's kind of like a bronze color to touch the heads up. While it's not ideal to have the heads exposed, I mean, it's a lot better than having boards stick up. And this will look fine. So anyway, I'm gonna go grab a drill, countersink bit, and a driver, and then we'll try it out. I think this will do it though.
I think we have what we need.
We do, Michael. We definitely have what we need. I'm gonna have to test out pilot bit size with these screws. I didn't get an idea of what color the wood's supposed to be, Mike.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolatey brown, like cocoa powder. I gotta adjust this a little bit. I hope this screw works. We'll find out right now. I'm gonna have to drill a bigger hole. So I went from 7/64, now I'm at 1/8. So I gotta find something like a 64th over. That's it. So 9/64 it is.
Perfect.
So now we have a setup. So now we'll do. Pre-drill and countersink. And we come back with this one. Okay. So it's just like kind of like polishing. You know, you start with least aggressive, then work your way up when you're pre-drilling for a screw into metal like this. Because if you go too big right off the bat, it'll just strip out. So. Nice. That side's good. All right. So we got this one here. So we got this side of this one is loose, and this side of this one is loose. So we'll start with this side here. That's what I love about the Surge. Just sneak up on it like that. So I'll end up doing a screw here and a screw here since this board's already loose. And then there's a bunch more behind you. And then there's, I think this is as far this way as I have to go. Rinse and repeat, as I always say, huh? Okay, so we're in the middle of deck fixing and rotisserie chicking all in one. That's looking pretty tasty, Mike.
That looks fantastic.
So it's still got another 7 or 8 degrees internal to go. We're at 159 now, so 6 more degrees. So this one I've got to get a longer drill bit for. I don't know, they did something to beef this up because I'm not all the way through it and the drill bit's not long enough. So I have to get a longer 9/64 bit. So another trip to Ace Hardware will be in my future. Done. So finished. Yes, off. There we go.
It's a good looking bird.
That is pretty good looking, Mike. We lost a few of our onions, but
That's okay.
I had it really stuffed. So, okay, turn this off. It's a good looking bird, Mike.
It's very nice.
Probe out. That's the breast down there. Oh, that smells good, Mike. We'll smell that, Mike. All right. So we'll let this all cool down and we'll clean all that up after the fact. All right, so she's all butchered up. Just dripping the juices all over the breast meat. Got a couple of nice thighs here. Some dark meat. Yeah, it's pretty good, Mike. It's even better when you don't eat. Yes. It's not a cheap lunch, though. This is a $17 bird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does public got it going for $5?
Because they're not organic birds, that's why.
And then this style is the complete opposite of mine. But it's too nice to change. This is mountain. Yeah. I just don't like these, you know. And they have the outdoor kitchen here, which we just finished.
Quality, Mike. Some quality.
Ready for this, people? It's gonna be great. Nice little hike. 3 p.m. hike. We might make it back before it gets dark. Might not. We'll see. I took the trash cans up the top of the driveway.
Oh, wow. That is a tough
It's a lot tougher than you think.
It is. No, it is. That's the toughest of everything.
You know what?
you've mentioned
That's
so
my
far.
barometer on where I'm at fitness-wise, because when I was doing it, like last time I was here, I had to like stop halfway up, and this one just cruised right up like it was nothing. So I can tell where I'm at. Boom. Got my cards for the community. Only took me freaking 50 minutes, but I got them. Apparently, we were on the blacklist, the do not fly list. And so we got off the list, made a new buddy, getting some painter suggestions. But that means now we'll be fighting daylight, which I like. I like that sense of adventure, Mike.
Sense of urgency.
Yeah. It says round trip 6 hours.
Yeah. Don't mind that sign.
That's for the non-men.
Hi, bros. Old Maddie's regretting that decision. My timing was correct on the sunset business, but my brain and my body, what my brain just did to my body is not advisable. So now I can barely walk. 8.6 miles in 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. 20-minute mile pace. Burned 18,000 calories. I'm gonna go eat a bunch of sushi.
Yeah. I feel like
Betty's cooking.
feel good. I'm looking forward to some.
I got a carb
sashimi.
up for tomorrow. We're mountain biking. You ready for that? Yep. You going, Mike? Wabba?
James is trying it out for sure. James is
He's bailing on us. He's going home.
Yeah. Probably a smart man there. Mike is pretty. He's pretty aggressive.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Everybody else comes to Helen. They eat funnel cake and go on a horse carriage ride.
Drink beer.
Drink a lot of cheap garbage, and us. We do 2 a days. I always feel bad for those horses.
I do too.
I don't like that.
I've seen them where they're passed out on the street eating sausage.
I went a little too hard.
You're the one that wanted to do this hike.
That's ready for another. Just kidding, it's cold.
Salmon, eel, or shrimp are served over rice.
It's this one I'm
Oh,
getting.
you're doing a poke salad,
Yeah, sorry.
not a poke
Lettuce, sesame seed, avocado, and spicy poke sauce. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Poke salad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say close.
Yeah.
What's on it you don't like?
The lettuce. It says first word, Mike, lettuce.
It's not mixed in there, I don't think.
So you'll have to watch it.
It'll be up next week. Cheese. Oh, maybe hers better.
Oh, you're the owner?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very good.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Anybody who comes to Helen,
come to the
they already know they got to come here to get sushi.
Send him here and to the cinnamon roll shop down the street.
Get me out of here, I'm freezing. I really went hard, bros. Uncle Matty here is God,
It's colder out here.
It's like 60.
Turn the air off, man. What the heck?
Full day.
It was a good day.
Full day. Did you get any action shots, some decking?
Yeah,
The decking done.
Yep.
Get some little rotisserie chicken.
We even did the rotisserie. We did the
Yeah.
fixing the trailer.
Got some network results.
Yep.
Networking
Yeah.
results.
Yeah, we visited the bake shop, but it was closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the heck? Is it closed for the season?
Mondays.
No,
and-
just Monday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, you were gonna go and get some?
Yeah.
Just 2.
2 dozen.
Just 2, I promise. Just 2. I'm going before we go bike ride so I can get some carbs. I need some fuel.
Well, we're going down that way. You can grab one for tomorrow. I'm not tempted.
I've been so good for so long. I haven't had sugar since like, geez, March, maybe February.
Seat heater's not working.
We've only been in the truck 30 seconds.